What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys didn't watch the last video, we went ahead and installed the wiper kit, the bent metal off-road wiper kit onto the 2022 XRC Turbo RR. If you guys want to go back and watch that video, I'll post a card up in the top or post a link down in the description. Anyways, on today's video, since I figured I have everything tore apart from doing that last video, we might as well go ahead and install this Auxbeam toggle switch pod deal thing. I don't exactly know what to call it. But yeah, I figured I'd install this. This will make it so much easier instead of having to tear the seat out and everything to get down to this bus bar when I install future stuff like lights and whatnot. I'll just have this hooked up and I won't have to go ahead and worry about using all my rocker switch spots up. I can just use that little switch deal, the pod, and run everything off that. So I should probably mention that I am no way affiliated with Auxbeam as of yet. If you guys want to send me some stuff to try out, get a hold of me. I'll definitely review some stuff. But I bought this. I do have an Auxbeam 50-inch light bar on the Rubicon. As you guys can see, I think it was when the company first started out, but there is no moisture in it, never had any issues with it. So I figured, whatever, I'll put it on. I'll put their products on the XRC. I did run some pods on one of my older Razors. If you guys seen that video, them were the Auxbeam brand. I think I have some stickers in here from the last Auxbeam install we did. But yeah, let's take a look and see what we get inside the switch panel. So here are the stickers. You can customize it to whatever you want. You don't have to just use certain things. I mean, let me give you a better look at this. As you guys can see, there's a bunch of different things. You can kind of customize it however you want. This is the panel itself. So this mounts up. I'm guessing it goes like this. And then you can turn them on individually. So like light bar, windshield wiper, chase bar, under rock lights, whatever you want. You have everything on one unit. And then it comes with this unit, if I can get it out. So this will bolt up to it, and then this is what all the wires will run to. So as you guys can see here, you pretty much just run your positive in, all the negatives will go to the same spot, and then it kind of has it set up for different amperage and whatnot. And then this should all be weatherproof. You get like a wiring harness to kind of make it a little bit easier to install, some extra fuses, which I'll probably just throw in the glove box. Looks like it comes with all the hardware. And this is for if you were installing it into a car, you could tap right into like a fuse block and then use the auxiliary to power it on. What I'm going to do is just wire it to the bus bar with the auxiliary switch and use that to turn it on. So when I turn my key on, this is the bracket that I will probably be using to just mount it to the dash, and then it gives you some zip ties. So yeah, all of this should be pretty much straightforward. Let's find a spot where we're going to mount this unit, and then that way it's easy to get to it. So when we want to do future installs, and then we'll wire everything else up. All right, so the camera was almost dead, so I plugged it in to charge it. What I did in the meantime is I was going to, let me move this out of the way. I was going to mount the fuse block up in here because eventually I'm going to close all that in, and then I'm going to have the radio that mounts in here. And I was worried about how far the radio stuck back. I didn't want it to be an issue. So kind of a temporary fix is I went ahead and just zip tied it down here. And it leaves me enough room so I can plug stuff up pretty easy, and it tucks down away underneath. So when I put the seat back in, I went ahead and ran the little red wire to the auxiliary, the big one towards the battery, and then the little black one towards the negative. So now I can actually go ahead and put all these things back on. So I shouldn't need to get up in here for a while. And then I just zip tied everything up to that loom. And then I ran the wire, the cord here for the controller itself up through and over to where I'm got it mounted. I figured I'd go ahead and mount it. The bracket is pretty self-explanatory to put it on. It's just one bracket bolts to the thing itself, and then it bolts to the bottom. I just screwed it in there with the screws that it came with. I mean, this thing's pretty solid. Like, it moves the whole panel thing down here. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, take the bottom part, which you can see is down here. It just screws onto this piece here, and then it's pretty much hooked up. And then if I want to plug anything else in, I can just do it to my fuse block down there, which I have a chase bar I'm going to put on. It's like an X-Brite or whatever chase bar. But I need to get some of them roll bar clamps. Since this angles in, I got to get some that stick it out so it will be flush with the middle of the bar down there, and it'll sit just level with it. So I got to get some of them before I can hook it up. But yeah, I figured pretty easy install. I'll get this installed while I'm there. I shouldn't have to pull the seat and all that other crap back out. I should be able to just tie it into the fuse block down there and then hide the wires however I want. So what I'm gonna do now is get everything put back together and then show you guys this thing with it flipped on with power to it. All right, so I figured I'd pull it out so I can walk around a little bit better. But as you guys see here, it's all lit up. There is an on and off button, so like, I mean, and it's light sensitive, so if I move my hand away, it should get brighter. Cover it up, it'll get a little bit dimmer. But I turn it on, let's say, I want them top 3 things on. When you turn it off, them things turn off, so everything's off now. You can turn it on, boom, they all come back on. And you should remember them settings for when you cycle it on and off. So I'm just gonna turn them all off now. Yeah, so I mean, it's all hooked up. Like I said, I tucked it down there. It's kind of a temporary thing, but honestly, dude, we'll see how it holds up, because it's actually not too bad where it's at. I mean, this is with the seat all the way back and zip tied in there. I should never have to pull this out again to get to that panel unless, you know, I move that stuff around. So if I just want to do like the chase bar on the back or light bar on the front or something, I can just splice in down there, run it however I want. I can run the switches over to my switch thing, or I can still run them in my empty panels I've got. Yeah, so I mean, it should be legit, ready to go. Shouldn't have to pull that seat back out. Biggest pain in the ass is getting them 18 mils back on for the back of the seat. That was kind of a pain. I dropped it a couple times, had to reach all the way under and then grab it and try to thread it on. But yeah, I mean, it all went back together. All this stuff's super easy. You can do it by yourself. I did it, like I said, in my garage. So super easy install. Apologize, I don't have no lights or anything to hook up. Like I said, I got the chase bar, but I'm waiting on them brackets. I gotta figure out which ones I want to test this thing out. But I mean, all you gotta do is, if you're wondering how this thing works, you just follow it down, put it in the #1 slot, do the #1 button, boom, click that on, whatever it is would come on. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, other than that, hope you guys like this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a like. It takes like 0.2 seconds to do it, and it costs you literally nothing. And I appreciate it a lot. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to keep up to date on the XRC build, go ahead and subscribe and turn on that bell for notifications so you get notified when I upload. Until next time, guys, I'm out.